Number 1. 1997 GMC Sierra, listed at $8,500 and located in Mansfield, Texas, showing only 112,148 original miles on the odometer. Automatic transmission, exterior finished in brown with a beige interior, powered by gasoline. And carrying with it the story of being a truly great and dependable truck that the current owner never really wanted to part with. But life circumstances and financial pressures have made it necessary to let it go. So this is not just a simple used truck listing, but rather the bittersweet offering of a reliable companion that has always delivered when called upon. And now it is waiting for its next chapter with someone who will appreciate it as much as the current owner has. Because this is not just a vehicle but a working partner that has proven itself over and over again. This particular Sierra is the 2500 model, meaning it is built heavier and stronger than the lighter 1500 series. And it comes in the extended cab 2-door configuration with the full 8-foot bed, giving it both the convenience of additional space in the cab and the utility of maximum bed length. So whether you are hauling lumber, towing a trailer, moving equipment, or just using it as a dependable daily driver, this truck has the size, layout, and durability to do it. Under the hood sits the original 350 cubic inch Vortec 5.7L V8 engine, well known in GM trucks of this era for being stout, torquey, and capable of racking up hundreds of thousands of miles when cared for. And this one still has only 112,000 miles on it, which is incredibly low for its age, making it a rare find because most trucks from the late 90s have double or triple that mileage by now. But this one still has plenty of road left ahead. The engine starts up every time without fail, it idles steady, and when running on all cylinders it pulls strong and confidently, providing that classic Vortec sound and feel that Chevy and GMC fans know well. Now, to be transparent, cylinder number 6 is currently not firing properly, which will need to be addressed by the next owner, and the air conditioning system does not work, which is something to consider if you plan to drive it daily in the Texas heat. But beyond those issues, the truck has been consistent and reliable, which is why the owner emphasizes that it has always been good to him, and that it pains him to let it go. Looking at the bed, you will see that it is already equipped for serious work. There is a gooseneck hitch mounted solidly in place, 2 safety chain hookups, and even a 5-way plug wired directly into the bed, making it tow-ready for livestock trailers, flatbeds, or any heavy-duty hauling you might need to do. And that setup alone saves time and money because it is already done correctly. Inside, the Sierra maintains its original character with beige upholstery, power windows that still function as they should, and adding to its charm, the original factory cassette player that still works, which is not only rare to find still operational but also gives the truck a nostalgic personality that ties you back to the era it came from. Driving it feels solid because the chassis, suspension, and drivetrain are simple, tough, and made for durability. And although it is a 2-wheel drive truck rather than a 4x4, that has never stopped it from performing the jobs it needed to do. Plus, rear-wheel drive makes it easier to maintain and more efficient for towing on pavement. When you sit behind the wheel, you are reminded that this is a truck built in an era when things were over-engineered, made to last, and designed with simplicity and strength in mind rather than just frills. So you feel the weight, the size, and the confidence of a real work truck that is ready to keep going. Cosmetically, it presents itself well for the age, with the brown paint holding its character, the body lines straight, and the overall stance of a truck that looks like it is still ready for work, not one that has been beaten down or used up. This Sierra is not perfect. It has its quirks and its small list of issues to fix, but it represents a tremendous value in today's market where trucks of this caliber and mileage are becoming harder to find, and for someone willing to address the firing issue and possibly repair the AC, this will be a truck that can serve as both a dependable workhorse and a collectible classic as the years go by. The owner makes it clear, if finances were not rough right now, this truck would never be leaving his driveway, because it has always been there when he needed it, started up without complaint, and been part of his daily life. But sometimes you have no choice but to sell something you would rather keep, and that is the case here. Located in Mansfield, Texas, this Sierra is available for serious buyers who want a solid, heavy-duty, low-mileage 90s GMC with the heart of a 350 Vortec, the practicality of a gooseneck-equipped 8-foot bed, and the character of a truck that has been loved and cared for. And it is waiting for the next person who will carry on that story and put it back to work, or enjoy it as a classic piece of American truck history. Number 2. 1998 Toyota T100 Extra Cab SR5 Pickup, offered at $8,500 and located in San Juan, Texas, showing 259,000 miles on the odometer, paired with an automatic transmission, finished in a deep black exterior over a gray interior, and powered by gasoline. This is not just another old Toyota pickup but rather a piece of Toyota's history. Because the T100 was the forerunner of the modern Tundra and represented Toyota's first serious step into the full-size truck market in the US, which makes this a special model for enthusiasts who understand the durability and uniqueness of these trucks. And this particular example is made even better because it is the SR5 trim with extra cab and four-wheel drive, meaning it is well-equipped, versatile, and capable. This truck has already been given a 3-inch suspension lift, which gives it a stronger stance, additional clearance, and the look and capability you want if you are planning to head out to the beach, down dirt roads, or onto trails, and it is described as being ready for the island, specifically making it ideal for weekend trips down to South Padre Island where you need a truck that is reliable, comfortable, and able to handle sand and soft ground. Under the hood, the Toyota power plant runs strong with no hesitation, delivering the kind of smooth and steady performance Toyota engines are known for. The transmission shifts cleanly through all gears without slipping, and the 4x4 system engages and works correctly, which is critical for those moments when the terrain demands extra traction. Recently, the truck underwent a tune-up that included brand new fuel injectors, spark plugs, and plug wires, which means the ignition system is fresh and reliable, so you can drive with confidence knowing the maintenance has been handled. Additionally, all of the engine covers were removed, and the engine itself was resealed properly, so there are no leaks from either the engine or the transmission, which is often one of the biggest concerns with trucks at this age and mileage. But here it has already been taken care of. The air conditioning works and blows cold, a necessity for Texas weather, so you will be comfortable whether driving in town or cruising down to the beach. Inside the cab, while the truck retains its gray Toyota interior, it has been updated with an aftermarket Apple CarPlay stereo system, giving you modern connectivity, navigation, music, and hands-free options, and it even comes with a backup camera, which is a convenience you don't normally find on a truck from 1998. In the bed, you will find a large toolbox for storage of gear, tools, or travel essentials, and mounted above is a light bar that adds both style and functionality, making it easy to light up your surroundings when you need it, whether camping, working, or unloading after dark. Driving this truck gives you a sense of Toyota's legendary build quality. The steering feels tight, the suspension feels solid, and the overall experience is one of confidence, which is why Toyota pickups from this era are so loved and why they hold their value so well. With a clean and clear Texas title in the seller's name, there are no complications in ownership transfer, and this is a straightforward sale of a truck that is ready to continue serving. Yes, it has higher mileage at 259,000, but anyone who knows Toyotas knows that if maintained, these trucks can push far beyond that without issue, and with the recent work done, this one is positioned to keep running strong. If you want a capable, lifted Toyota T100 SR5 Extra Cab 4x4 with cold AC, a solid drivetrain, modern stereo upgrades, and useful accessories like the toolbox and light bar, then this truck is exactly the kind of dependable and character-filled rig you want to own, especially if you are the type who enjoys road trips to the coast, weekends on the sand, or simply having a Toyota that stands out as a classic piece of truck history. Number 3. 1998 Chevrolet 1500 Regular Cab Short Bed Silverado, priced at $10,200, available in Elmer, New Jersey, showing 187,000 original miles, automatic transmission, finished in burgundy with a beige interior. Powered by gasoline and equipped with the V8 350 Vortec engine that Chevy truck enthusiasts recognize as one of the most durable and iconic power plants of the era, paired with a 4x4 system that functions exactly as it should, making this not only a classic but also a very usable and versatile truck. This truck has recently been through a fresh refurbishment, and the owner describes it as being absolutely loaded with factory features, which makes it stand out as a premium example of a late 90s Silverado. Mechanically, it runs like new thanks to a recent full tune-up, and the entire air conditioning system has been replaced with fresh components so that the AC blows ice cold, which adds comfort to the daily driving experience. The exterior has been professionally repainted from the cab back in the original burgundy color, and the work was done properly with attention to detail. The paint job alone cost $8,000, which shows the level of investment made in keeping this truck sharp, and when you see it in person you will understand why. To be transparent, the passenger rocker panel does have rust rot, which is common in these trucks, but the driver's side rocker has already been replaced and refinished correctly during the paint process, so part of that work has been handled, and the overall appearance remains very presentable. Factory options on this truck are extensive. It has the Z71 off-road package, factory-installed bucket seats, power windows, power door locks, tilt steering wheel, power steering, premium radio with both CD and cassette functions paired with upgraded speakers, factory center console, leather-wrapped steering wheel, airbags for both driver and passenger, and even the sliding rear window. It still has the original paperwork including the factory window sticker, which is a rare detail that collectors appreciate, showing its authenticity and factory build. Inside, the beige interior is comfortable and filled with features that were top of the line in 1998, making it feel more upscale than many other trucks of the same era. Driving it, you will notice that it handles well for a short bed truck, steering feels precise, the Vortec V8 pulls strong with plenty of torque, and the 4x4 system engages seamlessly, giving you confidence in rougher conditions. This is the type of truck that not only performs its job but also gets noticed, receiving compliments thanks to its fresh paint, loaded features, and overall quality. Yes, it has 187,000 miles, but for a properly maintained Chevy Vortec V8, that mileage is just middle age, and given the work already done, it is ready for many more miles of service. This Silverado is being offered by appointment, with the seller willing to meet serious buyers at the local Wawa in Elmer, New Jersey for showings, making it convenient and safe to come take a look. For anyone searching for a short bed, regular cab, 350 Vortec C71 package Silverado that is heavily optioned, freshly refurbished, and truly a head-turner, this is a rare opportunity to buy a truck that combines usability, collectability, and pride of ownership all in one. Number 4. 1984 Ford F250 XL Explorer, priced at $1,500 and located in Holland, New York, an older truck that carries with it the charm and character of the early 1980s Ford heavy-duty line, showing the rugged body lines and classic styling that have become increasingly rare on the road today. And while it is not in perfect condition, it represents an opportunity for someone who loves vintage trucks to either restore it into a showpiece, revive it into a dependable driver, or use it as a valuable parts donor. This particular F250 is equipped with the big 460 cubic inch V8 engine mated to an automatic transmission, and it is a two-wheel drive model. The seller states that it does run, which is already a good starting point, but it will need work to be road ready, specifically in areas like brakes, fuel system, and other general repairs, which is expected of a truck of this age that has likely been sitting or lightly used. The body is in what the seller calls decent shape for its age, which means that while there is wear, weathering, and some imperfections, it is not a complete rusted-out case like many trucks from this era, and that makes it a solid candidate for a restoration project. The Explorer trim gives it a bit more uniqueness, and with its long bed heavy-duty frame, it still has presence and utility. The seller does have a clean New York title in hand, which is important for transfer and makes the sale straightforward. Asking $1,500 or best offer, the truck is priced as a project, leaving room for a buyer to invest in repairs and restoration. The last photo included with the listing shows what the truck is supposed to look like fully intact, which helps potential buyers imagine the end result if they choose to restore it. For Ford enthusiasts, collectors, or hobbyists, this is an affordable entry point into classic truck ownership. And while it will require time and effort, the bones are here, the engine is present, and the title is clear, making it a viable starting place for someone who appreciates 1980s Ford toughness and design. Number 5. 1998 Chevrolet 1500 Extended Cab Short Bed Silverado. Priced at $10,500 and located in Missouri City, Texas, showing 127,000 miles on the odometer, paired with an automatic transmission, finished in gray both outside and inside, powered by gasoline, and being offered as a reliable, classic, and well-kept pickup that combines utility with comfort. This Silverado has been well cared for, and with mileage this low for its age, it still has a tremendous amount of life left, which makes it appealing whether you are looking for a dependable daily driver, a strong work truck, or a classic to enjoy on weekends. Mechanically, it runs and drives strong, with the engine delivering smooth and confident power, and the transmission shifting properly, making it feel dependable and ready to use immediately. The extended cab configuration offers additional space behind the front seats, making it more versatile for carrying passengers, gear, or storage, while still keeping the short bed profile that is easier to maneuver and park compared to a long bed. The body is solid and true to the dependable build quality that these late 90s Chevy trucks are known for, and it has avoided the kind of heavy rust issues that often plague trucks of this era, which means it is structurally sound and visually appealing. Inside, the gray interior remains clean for its age, with everything functioning properly, and it provides a comfortable ride that makes it suitable for longer trips as well as daily use. Driving this Silverado gives you the familiar feel of a classic GM truck: steady steering, reliable braking, a suspension that balances comfort with capability, and an overall sense of durability that is hard to match with newer trucks that are more complicated. Whether you need it for hauling, towing, or simply cruising, this truck is ready to go. The seller holds a clean title in hand, making the transaction smooth and straightforward. Asking $10,500 or best offer, this Silverado represents a chance to own a late 90s Chevy in strong condition, with low mileage, clean interior, and solid body, making it a great deal for anyone who values the classic design and reliability of this generation of Chevrolet pickups. Number 6. 1972 Chevrolet C10 Shop Truck Patina. $7,850. Kannapolis, North Carolina. Mileage: 123,456 miles. Manual transmission. Exterior color yellow. Offered here is a true classic piece of American truck history, a 1972 Chevrolet C10 shop truck finished in yellow with an authentic patina that proudly tells the story of its decades of life and use. And unlike modern restorations or paint jobs designed to mimic age, this one carries the real thing: natural wear and weathering that cannot be replicated, giving it a look that collectors and enthusiasts prize as genuine. The truck is being offered for $7,850 and comes with a clean North Carolina title, located in Kannapolis, North Carolina, ready to be driven home with absolutely no issues, showing 123,456 miles on the odometer, powered by the durable and reliable 350 small block engine mated to a straightforward 3-speed manual transmission that gives you complete control and delivers that old-school driving feel. This truck runs strong and shifts properly with no hesitation, making it not only a head-turner but also a dependable driver. It is described as running and driving perfectly with no issues at all, meaning you can hop in and cruise without worrying about mechanical troubles. Shipping is also available for out-of-town buyers, making ownership possible no matter where you are, of course. As with nearly every C10 of this vintage, it does show all the common rust in the usual areas, something enthusiasts of these trucks are all too familiar with. But the structure is solid and the character remains intact. This patina truck would make a perfect daily driver for someone who loves vintage charm, a weekend cruiser to take to shows or local meets, or even a great foundation for a full custom build if you wanted to go that route. But as it sits, its aged exterior and classic design turn heads everywhere it goes, from its iconic squared-off lines to the way the body sits with a stance that shows strength and utility. It has that undeniable charm of a working-class Chevy pickup. Its manual gearbox makes driving more engaging and fun, and the 350 small block has the kind of torque and sound that people fall in love with. This is not just a truck you park and stare at, it is one you can actually drive every day, take to work, load up, or cruise with the windows down and enjoy that mechanical connection to the road that only a vintage truck can give. It's not perfect cosmetically, but that's the point. The patina is real, the imperfections make it special. It's a conversation starter at the gas station. It's the kind of truck that reminds people of their childhood or their grandfather's old pickup, and it represents a piece of Chevy heritage that's becoming harder to find in honest, running, driving condition. So if you've been searching for a classic C10 that won't break the bank, one that you can use and enjoy right away while still having the option to restore later, this 1972 Chevrolet C10 shop truck is the perfect choice. Number 7. 1994 GMC Sierra Classic 1500 Extended Cab. $3,600. St. George, Utah mileage, 210,907 miles. Manual transmission. Exterior color, gold. Interior color, tan. Fuel type, gasoline. Here is a 1994 GMC Sierra Classic 1500 Extended Cab 4x4. A rugged and dependable pickup that offers both practicality and old-school charm. Located in St. George, Utah and priced at just $3,600. Showing 210,907 miles on the odometer, but don't let the mileage scare you because this truck has been refreshed with a GM replacement engine, giving it the heart and reliability of something far newer, and paired to the durable NV 3500 manual transmission that shifts cleanly and precisely, it delivers a driving experience that feels tight, controlled, and surprisingly modern for a truck of its age. The seller describes it as running and driving like a new truck, which says a lot about its condition and upkeep. The extended cab configuration gives you that extra interior space for passengers or storage, making it a versatile daily driver or weekend adventure truck. The gold exterior, despite showing a couple of dents here and there, still presents well and gives the truck a classic 90s look. While the tan interior remains practical, comfortable, and functional, complete with a working heater and AC so you're set for all-season driving. This Sierra rides on nearly new tires, so you won't have to spend extra money right away. Just get in and go. Mechanically it's ready. Cosmetically it has a few blemishes but nothing major. The dents do not affect performance, and could even be left as is if you appreciate the character, or repaired easily if you want a cleaner finish. What matters is that the truck runs beautifully, shifts perfectly, and feels solid on the road. GMC built these trucks tough and it shows. This one is perfect for someone who needs a budget-friendly 4x4 that can still handle daily use, light hauling, or recreational trips. It's strong enough to be used for work, yet comfortable enough to be used as a family or personal driver. The price is set very reasonably at $3,600, making it one of the more affordable trucks of this type on the market. The seller states, no trades, so this is strictly cash or equivalent deal, simple and straightforward. And it's ready for someone who understands the value of a well-kept 90s truck. If you want something dependable, capable, and still stylish in its own way, this GMC Sierra Classic will deliver exactly that. Number 8. 1997 Ford F250 Regular Cab HD Long Bed. $4,500. Chester, New Jersey. Mileage, 220,000 kilometers. Automatic transmission. Exterior color, white. Interior color, tan. Fuel type, diesel. Up for sale is a heavy-duty workhorse, a 1997 Ford F250 XLT 4x4 regular cab with a long bed, powered by the legendary Power Stroke diesel engine, located in Chester, New Jersey and priced at $4,500, showing 220,000 kilometers, which for a diesel of this caliber is still well within its working life. This truck has been built to handle serious jobs and continues to prove its strength. It runs and drives well with solid performance, firing up quickly and easily every time thanks to a properly functioning glow plug system, making cold starts effortless. Once running, The engine delivers the kind of torque and pulling power that these power strokes are famous for. The automatic transmission does show an overdrive light flashing, but when the codes are cleared it shifts smoothly as it should, leading the seller to believe the issue is electrical rather than mechanical, a common situation on older Ford trucks. The truck also has some exhaust leaks, again a typical problem for its age. But nothing that prevents it from being driven and used. This is not a show truck, it's a strong working, dependable diesel that still has plenty of life left. Cosmetically it has body rust around the wheel arches, something almost expected for a truck from this era, especially in regions with harsh weather. But the white exterior still presents decently overall, and the tan interior offers plenty of space and comfort with the XLT trim level, making it a practical and usable cabin for daily driving or long workdays. The regular cab combined with the long bed configuration means this truck is perfect for hauling, towing, or farm use, giving you maximum utility and load space. It's the kind of truck that can be used as a dependable daily workhorse, a backup vehicle for tough jobs, or even as a base for a restoration or customization project. The asking price of $4,500 reflects both its strengths and its few imperfections, but considering the reputation of the 7.3 power-stroke diesel for longevity and reliability, this is a solid deal. It's a truck that will keep going for many more kilometers with proper care, and it gives you the kind of confidence that only a heavy-duty diesel can. Overall, this F250 is a solid option for anyone needing a capable, affordable, and dependable diesel pickup. Number 9. The 2002 GMC Extended Cab Duramax being offered in Rochester, New York for $8,000 is a true workhorse being sold as both a work truck and a plow truck on behalf of a friend. And unlike showpieces that spend their life in a garage, this one has been built, maintained, and prepared to handle the toughest conditions you can throw at it. Powered by the legendary Duramax diesel engine that is widely respected for its ability to produce strong, reliable torque, haul or tow heavy loads, and operate day after day with consistency, this truck has the heart of a worker and the spirit of durability. And the extended cab design means it is not just a tool for the job, but also a vehicle capable of carrying passengers, extra gear, or family when the need arises, making it more versatile than a standard single cab. The tires are relatively new, with only 20,000 miles on them, which means plenty of tread left for several seasons of work or daily driving, and over the past couple of years it has benefited from a long list of repairs and updates that were performed by Blasi's Automotive, a shop known for professionalism and thorough work, with receipts available to document the investment. This inspires confidence because it shows the truck has not been neglected but rather cared for with the intention of keeping it strong, dependable, and ready for the next job. As a plow truck it has the muscle to move snow without hesitation, and as a work truck it has the power and stability to tow or haul with ease, though like any older truck it may show cosmetic wear, scratches, or dents earned from years of honest use. These are not flaws but character marks that remind you of the kind of life this truck has led. Videos and photos are available on request, showing transparency from the seller. And with no trades accepted, it is clear they are motivated to move it to someone who understands the value of a reliable Duramax. This is not a toy, it is not a pampered collector piece, it is a tool, a partner for anyone who needs a dependable diesel GMC that can stand up to real work and keep going. A machine built with strength and maintained with care, ready to continue its life of utility. Number 10. The 1972 Ford Ranger long bed offered in Las Vegas, Nevada for $8,900 with 138,000 miles showing on the odometer is an F100 XLT Ranger long bed in blue over blue with an automatic transmission and a gasoline-fed 390 cubic inch V8 paired with a rebuilt C6 transmission. And this truck blends originality, classic style, and usable dependability in a way that makes it appealing both as a collectible survivor and as a practical weekend driver. The motor runs smoothly without smoke, proving that the 390 still has plenty of life, while the rebuilt C6 shifts correctly and ensures confidence when you put it in drive, and the factory power steering and power brakes make handling far easier than bare-bones models from the same era, allowing it to be enjoyed without the physical strain older trucks are often known for. The truck comes from Idaho, and like most classics from that region, it carries rust in the usual spots: cab corners, rockers, and a few other minor places. But nothing that overwhelms the integrity of the truck, and certainly nothing that detracts from its usability. What makes this Ranger especially desirable is the number of new and updated parts that have been fitted recently, such as kingpins, pivot bushings, radius bushings, master cylinder, booster, wheel cylinders, alternator, radiator hoses, heater core, headlight switch, dimmer switch, and upgraded headlights, not to mention newer tires and refreshed upholstery inside. The cabin presents well with new seat covering, giving it a clean, updated look, while the body wears what appears to be its original paint, enhanced only with a Comet wash and boiled linseed oil to protect the finish and bring out the beautiful original patina that collectors so often chase. The truck carries a clear Nevada title, simplifying ownership for the next buyer, and the seller is upfront about the pros and cons. On the plus side, it has a rebuilt transmission, a healthy 390, and a long list of new parts. On the negative side, it has some rust, and has not been taken on long highway trips recently, so it may still need a proper shakedown to iron out the small quirks that only appear after extended use. Overall, this is a very clean, highly original F100 Ranger that survives in above-average condition for its age, combining rare options and trim level with strong mechanical bones, making it a true opportunity for someone who values originality, usability, and the timeless look of a Ford truck that has not been over-restored or stripped of its character. Number 11. The 1982 Dodge D150 2WD being offered in Rochester, New York for $6,500 is presented as a rare white hat special edition, coming from its second owner and remaining in impressively original condition. This Pennsylvania farm truck is a genuine survivor with very little rust, something that cannot be said for most trucks of this vintage. And it shows only 66,000 original miles, which is remarkably low for a pickup built to be worked. Powered by the legendary Slant 6 engine mated to an automatic transmission, this drivetrain combination is celebrated for its rugged simplicity, ease of maintenance, and long lifespan, making it a dependable choice for someone who wants a classic truck they can actually drive. The fact that it has already passed New York State inspection demonstrates that it is road-ready and mechanically sound, which removes guesswork for the buyer. Being an original condition farm truck, it may show signs of honest use, scratches, dings, and the kind of wear expected after decades of agricultural service. But rather than detracting from its appeal, these details enhance its authenticity, making it a true period survivor that has not been heavily modified or tampered with. For collectors, this truck represents an opportunity to own an early 80s Dodge D150 with originality intact, while for drivers it provides a solid, easy-to-maintain platform with minimal rust, strong mechanicals, and the character of a truck that has lived a genuine working life rather than being stored away. This is not just another old Dodge, it is a low-mileage, well-preserved white hat special that stands out in today's market where so few examples remain in such honest, original condition. Number 12. 1983 Dodge D150 being offered at $6,000 in Macedon, New York, showing a very modest 56,830 miles on the odometer, which is remarkably low for its age. This classic pickup represents an era when Dodge trucks were built with straightforward engineering and timeless durability. Powered by the legendary 5.2L 318 V8 gasoline engine that has earned a reputation for being simple, tough, and capable of delivering dependable power for both daily driving and occasional hauling duties, paired with an automatic transmission that shifts smoothly and makes this truck easy to enjoy whether cruising around town, heading down the highway, or working around the property. Finished in a tan exterior that carries the vintage charm of the early 80s design with its squared-off body lines and rugged presence, contrasted by a blue interior that not only looks sharp but also speaks to the original character of the truck. The dash is uncracked, which is rare for a vehicle of this vintage, and immediately signals that this truck has been well cared for and preserved rather than neglected. Mechanically, the seller has invested in several key updates to ensure reliability, including a new fuel pump, new plugs and wires, a fresh distributor cap, a replacement pickup coil, and a new ignition control module. all of which add confidence that this truck is ready to fire up and go without hesitation. It runs, drives, and stops without issue and has never left its driver stranded. It has always performed dependably, which is exactly what one wants in a vintage pickup. Additionally, the seller has a new set of drums and shoes that have not yet been installed, so the next owner has the benefit of having fresh braking components ready to go whenever they choose. In terms of usage, this truck is described as a solid runner that could be driven daily around town, taken to car shows where vintage Dodge trucks are always appreciated, or put to work on light hauling duties thanks to the strength of the 318 engine. The handling is straightforward and predictable, with the kind of road feel that reminds you you're in a real truck. The steering is mechanical but confident, and the braking is strong. Quirks are minimal, and the seller is transparent in noting them. The transmission pan seal has a minor weep, though it is very minimal and does not present any functional problem. And the driver's side window has a habit of slipping out of its track when rolling up, though it still functions and can easily be corrected with some basic adjustment or repair. These small issues do little to detract from the overall strength and appeal of this truck, and in many ways they are part of the character of owning a 40-year-old survivor that still runs and drives. At $6,000 or best offer, this Dodge D150 is more than just a used truck. It is a piece of American automotive history that blends usability with vintage appeal, offering its next owner the joy of driving a classic that has been kept alive and healthy, a truck that can still serve as a daily driver if desired or as a weekend cruiser and showpiece. It is honest, well-maintained, and full of charm. Number 13. 1995 Ford F350 Lariat Pickup 4D with a long 8-foot bed. Priced at $6,500 and located in Canandaigua, New York, showing 300,000 miles on the odometer, which is a testament to the strength and longevity of its diesel powertrain. Equipped with a manual transmission that gives the driver full control over the engine's power and makes it ideal for towing, hauling, or anyone who enjoys the engagement of shifting gears themselves. Finished in a clean white exterior that highlights its heavy-duty lines and presence, paired with a brown interior that reflects its Lariat trim level with added comfort. This truck is notable for being nearly rust-free, which is incredibly rare in upstate New York, where trucks of this vintage are often plagued by corrosion. The seller is very clear in noting that this truck is two-wheel drive, making it perfect for highway work, hauling trailers, or farm use where 4WD is not necessary. And while some may prefer four-wheel drive, the 2WD configuration makes it lighter, simpler, and more efficient in its operation. The only rust spot present is on the rear driver's door, and this has been shown in pictures, so there are no surprises. Otherwise, the body is straight, clean, and very well preserved, showing how carefully this truck has been kept over the years. For a truck that has reached 300,000 miles, the overall cleanliness and condition speak volumes about how it has been maintained and cared for. This F350 has been described as super clean and has been a very good vehicle for its owner, providing years of dependable service. The decision to sell is not due to any issues but simply because the owner needs something newer, which means the buyer is inheriting a truck that is still very usable and capable, not a problem child being passed along. As a heavy-duty Ford from the mid-90s, this truck is designed to handle serious work. The long 8-foot bed makes it ideal for hauling lumber, equipment, or large loads, and the diesel engine is perfectly suited for towing trailers, campers, or heavy machinery. The manual gearbox gives the driver more control under load and makes it more desirable for buyers who want a true workhorse. On the road, the truck handles like a big heavy-duty pickup should, planted and stable with steering that is direct enough for its size. It is not a small truck and it feels substantial behind the wheel, which is exactly what buyers in this segment want. It represents a time when Ford trucks were built with fewer electronics and more straightforward durability, making them easier to maintain over the long haul. The interior shows its age but remains functional and serviceable. Everything you need in a work truck is present and working. At $6,500, this truck represents a tremendous value for someone in need of a dependable heavy-duty pickup that is rust-free, honest, and capable of working just as hard today as it did decades ago. Whether for a contractor, farmer, hauler, or even someone who simply appreciates a classic Ford diesel, this F350 offers strength, dependability, and character. and with rust-free examples becoming harder and harder to find, it presents itself as an opportunity that should not be overlooked.